Let me offer my pranams to all of you. About 400 years before, there lived a great mystic saint in this part of the country. He was a great poet, thinker, and an ascetic. Jnanayogashrama is his name. He was a lover of God. He loved God. His heart was filled with God. His eyes were filled with God. His whole being was filled with God. Therefore, whatever he says has a fragrance of divinity. Every word he uses has a smell, divine smell. If a heart is filled with God, words become filled with God. They smell God. For him, God is akhanda. God is akhanda. And whatever we see in this world is sakhanda. Khanda means part. Sakhanda means with parts. Akhanda means without parts. Look at the world. Take any object here. Every object is made of parts, small parts. Water molecule, for example, very small, still it contains parts. Contains parts, hydrogen, oxygen. If those parts are taken apart, what happens? The water molecule disappears. So is this world. Take any object, big or small, it is made of parts. Take another example, a poly-sided figure, geometric figure, or a square. It is made up of parts. lines are there, straight lines are there. If the figure has three straight lines with three angles, it is called a triangle. If it is made up of four right angles and four lines, then it becomes a square, isn't it? Everything is made up of parts, very small and very big. Look at your bodies. What are they made of? They are not akhanda. Are they not? They are not akhanda, are they? No. They are sakhanda. Body is made of khanda, parts and parts. Take any object, mathematics. 1 year means 365 parts, days. 1 month, about 30. Isn't it? Means the whole world is sakhanda. Therefore, the world cannot live forever. Whatever is made up of parts cannot live forever, because these parts may go away from each other. If the parts go away, if the parts are taken apart, the figure disappears. Isn't it? Here is an object. These are the parts. Take the parts away, you don't see the flower. The flower disappears. The whole world is made up of parts. Therefore, the world cannot live forever. See the logic behind it. Anything that is made up of parts, anything, take anything, has to go away. It cannot live forever, exist forever. Can't exist forever, because parts combine, you get an object. Part get away from each other, from one another, the object disappears. Isn't it? 10, for example, is a unit, but it contains parts. How many parts are there in this unit called 10? There are 10 parts. If you take one part away from it, 10 ceases to be 10. It is no more a 10. If one of the sides of a triangle is removed, the triangle is gone. Gone. Means whatever is made up of parts is destroyable. It cannot be ever existing. It can't live forever. It has to go away. Said the great saint. Everything is made up of parts, therefore everything is destroyable, not eternal. It cannot exist forever. Beauty, for example. Color is there, shape is there, isn't it? A beautiful color, a beautiful shape. Take them away, no beauty. If you take the colors and shapes, then where is beauty? If I take all these petals apart and these filaments apart, these sepals apart, what remains? Flower is gone. Means anything that is made up of parts has to go. It cannot live. Man, think of your body. Is it one whole? Is it one indivisible whole? No. It is made of so many parts. There are cells, isn't it? Hundreds and thousands and millions of cells in the body. And many kinds of cells. They are organized. And you see the body. If those parts, those cells decide to go away from the body, where is the body? Where is the body? Body disappears, it is gone. Family, for example. There is a mother, father, children. If everybody decides to go away from one another, where is the family? If they come together, there is a family. If those people go away from each other, then there is no family. Means take any object in this world, every object is made up of parts. Therefore, it is not akhanda. Whatever is not akhanda cannot live forever, can't exist forever. Our thoughts are there. So many thoughts arise in the mind. Hundreds and thousands of thoughts arise in the mind always. Therefore, we are called thinkers, men of learning, intelligent, knowledge. If those thoughts are removed, Every thought, if you remove, what remains? Nothing. The mind becomes empty. Then we are not intelligent or not intelligent. We are nothing. Because it is khanda, sakhanda. Our body is sakhanda, our mind also is sakhanda. Mind is a group of feelings, a group of thoughts, a group of desires, a group of dreams. Mind is a conglomeration, a combination. Therefore, it cannot be eternal. It can't live forever. You may go on collecting thoughts, hundreds and hundreds of them. But one day, those thoughts disappear. When we build a house, when we enter the house for the first time, there is nothing inside. You go on filling the house with objects. Right. Filling the house with objects. The house becomes full of objects. But one day it becomes empty. The things are taken away. All the things are taken away. What remains? Empty. In the beginning, there is emptiness. In the end, there is emptiness. In the middle, we think that it is full. This is the nature of the world. In the beginning, there is nothing. In the end, there is nothing. But only in the middle, there is something. This is the nature of everything. This is the nature. It has a beginning. It has an end. Before the beginning, there was nothing. After the end, there will be nothing. We come into this world. There was nothing of us before we came into this world. We leave the world. We disappear from the world. What happens? There is nothing in the end. Only in the middle, we are Rama, we are Sita, we are Lakshmana, we are Sumitra, something. Only in the middle. Means our life is very limited. And whatever is limited cannot exist forever. Sakhanda. Then he says, Akhanda. There is something which is akhanda. Akhanda. Akhanda means it is not made of parts, partless. Zero, for example, no parts. 10 parts. 10 is made of 10 units. But zero is not made of any unit. It is not a combined unit, isn't it? Just to think over the mathematics. Zero is not made of parts. It is a partless akhand. Therefore, you cannot destroy zero. Take any number, it can be destroyed. Take any number, big or small, can be destroyed. Take 100, it can be destroyed. 100 multiplied by 0. 100 is gone. Isn't it? If you subtract 10 from 100, 100 is gone. Now it is only 90. Add something to it, it becomes greater than 100. Means there is a change. Every number is susceptible to change. It goes on changing by addition and by subtraction. But a zero, no. Add 0 to 0. What is the product? Add 1 to 1. What is the product? 2. Not 1. 1 is gone. 2 is there. 0 plus 0, not 2. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0, not 4. Only 1 0. Isn't it very beautiful mathematics? Only 1 0. 0 divided by 0, 0. 0 multiplied by 0, 0. 0 raised to 2, 0. But 2 raised to 2, 4. See the beauty of it. Means 0 is not made of parts, therefore 0 cannot be affected, can't be destroyed. You cannot destroy. You may destroy numbers. Any number may be destroyed, but not 0. Akhanda, because it is not made of units. Whatever is made of units is susceptible to destruction. But if there is something which is not made up of parts, then you cannot disturb it. You can't destroy it. He says God is akhanda. God is like 0. Add anything to it, it doesn't change. Take anything from the world, it doesn't change. Changeless reality. Why does it not change? Because it is not made up of parts. It is not made up of parts. It is partless reality, akhanda satya, partless reality. Therefore, it is indestructible. It is not destroyable. You can't destroy it. You can burn the house, but can you burn the space inside the house? Can you? Suppose there is a pot. It is filled with milk. You may empty the pot. But can you empty the space within the pot? Can you remove it from the pot? No, you can't. You cannot. Because it is partless. Akhanda, you cannot divide it. If you suppose you have 1 million rupees with you, you can divide it. You can divide it between 2 of your children. Half a million. Suppose you don't have any money. Your pockets are quite empty. Not even a pie. How can you divide it? Numbers can be divided, rupees can be divided, but 0 rupees cannot be divided. I have no money. How can I divide it? I can't give, I cannot own anything. Empty. Emptiness is akhanda. God is akhanda. God is akhanda. Means you cannot divide God. You can't say that this is Indian God, this is American God. No? God is God everywhere the same. He is akhanda, indestructible. Just to see the beauty of it. Akhanda. Shanmukha Shivayogi says, my God is akhanda. Therefore, my God is in you, in all the things. Vishvadolagella Nine Deva. My God is everywhere. Vishvadolagella Nine Deva. Vishvabharitanu Nine Deva. What is there in the world except my God? Vishvabharitanu Nine. Vishvarupanu Nine Deva. Take any form. It is not different from my God. Vishvatitanu Nine Deva. And if there is anything beyond this universe, that also is God. Vishvatitanu Nene Deva Akhandeshwara. That is Akhanda. My God is in the world and He is beyond the world. My God fills the world and also far away from the world. He is in every object, in every object, and He is not in anything. This is how He describes God. But we think that our gods are many. My God, I love my God. Your God, you love. I don't like your God. Because your God is very fair colored. My God is how dark colored. Therefore, my God is different from your God. Color divides. Go to Africa, their God is always black, isn't it? Always. Go to European countries, their God is white. Come to Indian country, their God is wheatish, wheat colored. Means color divides our gods. Therefore, we don't like each other. I like my God, you like your God. My God has his own heaven, your God is in your heaven. As many people are there, so many gods are there. In one family, in one house, mother's God is different, father's God is different. Mother's God is Yallamma, father's God is Vittala. One goes this way, the other goes that way. Then they fight. After coming back from their, isn't it, pilgrimage, what happens? What happens? My God blessed me. Therefore, this year we got so much money. They fight. Means our gods are divided. He says whatever is divided, whatever can be divided, cannot be God. It is not God. God means that which is akhanda. Akhanda, not khanda. It has no parts. Akhanda. If we love such a akhanda God, then we cannot hate anybody. We can't hate anything in this world. We can't. We can't. Because we love our God. And there is only our God everywhere. There is no my God, there is no your God, there is only God. Akhanda. If there is God who is Akhanda, how can he get married? Means God cannot be married. He has no children, he has no wives, he has no money, he has no buildings. God. If the object is small, you can divide it. Get your part, he gets his part. But if the object is infinite, endless, boundless, not countable, then how can you divide it? Therefore, there can be no divisible God. Akhanda. Akhanda. Man, love that Akhanda, you become freed from all the bindings emotional. You become one with the infinite divine reality. How beautiful it is. This is Akhandeshwara, Akhanda. Where he is not. It is with me, it is with you, it is with everyone. It is even beyond the world. And he is not disturbed by the flow of time. Time flows, and things that are limited, they are disturbed. Time flows, God is not disturbed. Basveshwara says, Ullavaru Shivalaya Maduvaru Nanenu Madali Badavanaya Yanna Kale Shirave Vanna Kalas Dehave Degula Sthavarake ಅಳಿವು ಉಂಟು ಜಂಗಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅಳಿವು ಇಲ್ಲ. He says, I may not be able to build a very magnificent temple. I may not be able to build. But I look upon this body as the temple itself. This is a wonderful temple. That temple does not move. This temple moves. These are all temples. They have come from their houses here. Temples. Very active biological temples, very active. But stone temples don't move. Therefore my temple is wonderful, he said. This is my temple. Wherever I go, there I have the temple. There my temple goes. This is temple. So many temples. I have not built it. You have not built these temples. Nature has built the temples and we have entered into it. This is not our creation. This is not my creation, isn't it? Nothing of the body is my creation. Not even a small cell I have created. This body is not my creation. It is the creation of the nature, God. And I have an opportunity of dwelling in this temple, in this body, for some years. Ullavaru Sivalayama. Let them build temples. This is my temple. But both temples fall. This temple also dies. It is not permanent. That temple also collapses. That temple also collapses. What remains? What remains? Something that is always there, that remains. The temple falls, but whatever is there before building the temple, that does not fall. This body dies, but before the body came into existence, something was there. That something is there. It does not die. Therefore, man, you are going to die. Physically, you are going to live forever spiritually. If you think only of the body, you have to worry. If you think of the other part, means the space within the body, the divine existence within the body, then there is no question of worry. Because nothing can bring about any change in Akhanda. This is what the great saints of India, of the world, think of God. And if our life is to be joyful, man, know this truth. Keep it in mind. The body is a temple, it falls. God remains. Image is broken, but God is unbroken. God is unbroken. Your body dies and your mind may disappear, but man, you are eternal. You are eternal. Is it not a wonderful thing for meditation? Just to reflect on these thoughts, life becomes a flower. In the flower there can be no bad smell. Every flower smells very sweet, pleasant smell. Life becomes very pleasant. Whether your pockets are full or empty, whether your head is full of thoughts or not, you are there, man. You are always there. Nothing is going to disturb you. Nothing is going to change you. Nothing is going to destroy, because you are Akhanda. Is it not a beautiful thought? That is what he said. Sthavarakke alivu untu, jangamakke alivu illa. Jangama means that divine reality, which has no limitations of any kind. Meditate on it or think on it. Meditation does not mean much. Meditation means always think of it. Keep that thought in your mind. That is meditation. Keep this flower in your mind. That is meditation. Simple. Keep money in your mind. That is meditation on money. Keeping one thought in the mind, keep this thought of God in the mind, your life becomes a great experience of all delight. Now it is 7 o'clock exactly. This is the life. It goes on changing. Whatever becomes started has to end. Now the satsanga ends. Don't come again on Sunday. Instead of Sunday, we have met today, so this is Friday. Just go on thinking, not of a God, but that the whole life is a wonderful experience of the divine existence. Keep that thought in the mind and live, using all your organs, internal as well as external. Wonderful, isn't it? This is the satsanga. Now the satsanga comes to an end. Let me offer my pranams again to all of you. I come again. I don't know when. When I come here, again you are going to sit here, isn't it? Namaskar.